defeat them. You know, the 3-3 composition is where the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. So you can start dividing up these people with this, you know, disruption heroes with concussion blast.
Loving it. I am loving it. And well, 46%, you know, he just uses barrage. Still nearly already up to a barrage again.
It's crazy, because a reasonable team would have done an EMP into barrage and made sure they got several kills.
Oh, this is sick, though.
This is sick, Hex! Just smashes Q.
We get to see McCree! When do we ever get to see McCree? Oh, yeah, okay, let's go, DeFran. Kick on some heads. Show these kids who's boss. There's the stun, looking for the punish. Mine's at the door, though, gonna limit him. Self-destruct gonna get chucked in, and that's not gonna clip. So now it's all on DeFran now. If he can actually do some damage here, he needs to find the space.
These mines last so long. You think that they're gonna be gone. They are not. There's some more Pharaoh Barrage Rockets for you. It is 16-2 in favor of eliminations for Chengdu. DeFran's a good McCree,
yeah,
but it's almost like too much. Because you need to be on alert for the Sombra, you need to have Flashbang for the Hammonds, and then, by the way, you also still have to worry about this pocketed Mercy in this guy, or pocketed Far in this guy.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Coalescence once again, Dogman shining the way for his demon once again. Jinmu stuffs him. This is brutal. Jinmu connecting with Rockets dead on. This guy can't be stopped. A little bit of a flyby there. Fair enough. Poco pinned in the corner.
They did finally get another kill. KO goes down. Elsa's still into it, though, and Mines are going to cut the point in half. Bye, Lucio.
Oh, man, I can tell why you love them so much, Hex. The Hunters are just awesome. Raynar as well. I love both of these teams.
How do you not enjoy watching a little different brand of Overwatch?
There we go.
I love me some NYXL in Vancouver as well. But you can't tell me that's not fun.
No, this is the ticket right here, man. I'm all aboard on this train. Let's go. So, 1 point lead now for the Hunters. Excellent start on their side of things. But again, we're going to see how chaotic things can get here between both of these teams, because they are fully capable of just losing their minds. Rain right now, it is looking like they're going to go back to the standard tried and true stage 1 staple, 3-3.
Yeah, they just have to find a way to stick together and dodge all of the incoming rocket fire, which they should expect. Now, I think that village is similar to this, and you want to sit inside the shrine maybe and just hope that the roof covers you up. But with Amon getting in there and probably swinging people around into these lines, I mean, if you think about it, in theory, just the composition works well together because of these things.
Yeah, they're instantly, as soon as they see what they're up against, they're going for the switch.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. No way.
Okay, so
look, turns out we're going to see some Tracer after all.
Yeah, I told you, man. Ana's also coming into this too. That not only gives you the sleep dart, but she can help a little bit in the sky battle if everyone else is getting the heals that they need. Already hacked, knocked up though. Dogman in trouble. Dogman down.
Dogman is dead. Throw that man a bone. He needs it. It's a real struggle right now. Elsa already just in the flanks, and that's the thing exactly. We've seen this before as well when the Pharah comes into play. It's that hammer and anvil sort of approach. The Pharah's on one side, the rest of the team are on the other. Which way do you face? You're getting pummeled no matter what.
Yeah, the composition likes to all be going in the same direction and as a group, and the composition from Chengdu just disrupts your group play and makes you all go in different directions. It brings the chaos to you.
Yes. Oh, buddy. So, just rockets, more rockets. Hey, guess what's going to happen? Could be getting the barrage over the top. Missed his movement there, though, and that's going to cost Kyo his life. Curious to see if Jinmu is going to be able to take advantage of this. Boosts up. He knows that Diva isn't going to be able to threaten him, but his team is dead.
They lost it. No, don't do it.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
You know what he wanted to do right there. That was not going to be the greatest of ideas.
I will be the hero. No, not quite yet, Jinmu. Bide your time. Sometimes patience is a virtue, or so I've been told.
They are really prioritizing just sending Dako after Jinmu and making him uncomfortable. You saw the nano boost even went on him as well to make sure that he'd be able to pressure that pretty constantly. EMP Barrage is a completely valid ultimate combination. There's the EMP.
Only one hack.
One.
Yeah, only catches Masaa. Not ideal. They do get the follow-up on DeFran. Do it the old-fashioned way. DeFran.
They got both supports.
Yep, gonna get overwhelmed. And now things are gonna get hairy here for the Rain on the point. Point-blank rockets. Why not? Jinmu just throwing down. And the Rain right now getting overwhelmed. Picked off one after another.
It's also really smart that Chengdu added in the Ana rather than sitting on Zen, because Zen's just going to get dived in this composition. There's not really a great deal of appeal for him, because Mercy's going to be gone doing whatever. Ana can hold her own, and also the anti-heal is really going to mess with the comp of Atlanta. I mean, yeah, they do have the Ana and Tracer, but mainly it's still a couple of big tanks and heals on the ground.
The big thing, you got the sleep darts. Oh, you're primaling, Winston? Go take a nap. I mean, it's an option. We'll see how it all plays out because the rally is in, and guess what? Just goes right in. The Wrecking Ball himself.
And he gets out.
Unreal. Self-destruct died thrown in. That didn't really net too much. Popo's been silenced in the back line. He did get his primal off, but he is dropping low. Has to be careful. Boost is out right now. That's on Kyo. Dako as well. And Dako gets hacked. No denying it. Jinmu's got the barrage. He's going to use it. Nothing there to stop him.
He was going for Jinmu as well. You saw him try to go up, drops like 2 tons of potatoes, does nothing, get escorted off the point, 10-kill streak for the man in the sky. Jinmu's got wings, 90% and counting up. Chengdu on the verge of taking map 1.
Oh, this is painful. This is it. Can they get onto the point? Yes, they will be able to get Popo on there, but he's already dropped down to low, and he's just nuked immediately. So you lose your main tank. Now can the rest of them do anything about the situation? Jinmu's getting focused by Defran, but the counter is here. We do lose the Mercy for Hunters. That's a lot of healing that's getting picked up here as we lose the Pharmacy combo. They are closed for business, but the Rain, they don't get on the point. What are they doing?
That's what Chengdu does to you. They get in your head. You're just thinking about chasing down the kills from 5 different angles, and you lose track of the objective.
Oh, that's so painful. It wasn't Defran, obviously. He was on the McCree's Erster. Thought that with the Tracer lurking in the back line, they'd be able to tap and keep this alive, but it will be the Hunters picking this up in fine fashion, 2-0. We're taking a break, and when we come back, we'll see map 2.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7. And by Omen by HP, the official PC and display of the Overwatch League.
Welcome to Assist of the Week, presented by State Farm. The LA Gladiators and Guangzhou Charge were battling on the first point in Nepal when, all of a sudden, in the sky appeared a bird? A plane? No! It's Shu nano-boosting Hotbod not once, but twice.
Sound very committed to this push. Big Goose not hesitating in any way. There it is, the nano-boosted barrage! So much damage! Nowhere to hide! Ah, beautiful. I love it. So fitting that we get to see the clip of Hanba. Jinmu's just like, hold my beer, fam. I got this. You think you're the best Pharah in town? I think not.
It's a pretty limited club, so they can be the best Pharahs in
Pharah duo?
Yeah. But yeah, it's hard to argue with Jinmu's Pharah play. And it's not just wackiness for the sake of wackiness, right? There is rhyme and reason to this kind of composition. When I first saw it and saw it regularly, I kind of just looked at it as a disruption comp or confusion comp. Like, what are you going to do? Where are you going to look? What's your focus going to be? And that's what really throws off a 3-3 composition, is because there used to be like, okay, these are the guys, they stand in front of us, and then I bubble, then I push, and then I swing, and then I back, and then we bubble and push, and then we swing.
Rock, paper, scissors through and through.
Yeah.
3-3. It's just,
But in
if
this,
that, then do this.
like,
What are they, all coders?
It's like, oh, I found, the summer's behind us, and then you turn around, and then you take a boosted rocket, and then here comes a Hammond when you thought you were getting away. Like, there is rhyme and reason to this, and Chengdu's been doing it forever. They've taken some of the best teams in the league to 5. They've had a couple real stinkers of matches as well, but it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
We are at Anubani, and Atlanta has chosen to defend first.
And you know what, Hex? We get to stay on this wild ride.
Eh?
Because Jinmu's still taking over the skies. Let's go. And this can work.
I want to
first point, Umani.
I want to stay on Chengdu's wild ride.
Yes, please.
I'm for it.
Yes, I'm right there with you now, man. I'm just going to keep predicting them.
Oh, yeah,
Let's
my
go.
enthusiasm's infectious.
Hunters all day. Well, DeFran, unfortunately for him, this is some long-range work. Nice knock. Doesn't quite get him out. I think somebody dropped off there. Trying to play with the positioning here of the rain. Trying to get somebody onto the low ground. I like that from Jinmu.
The Diva actually hit the banner, and I guess
Yeah,
that banner is
lucky.
made of some sort of paper that stops a
There it
2-ton
is.
mech from falling.
There it is. Get off the high ground. Get off of my turf. Jinmu, the monster.
They got Hammond stunned in the back. He's getting chain stunned, actually, able to roll his way out. So frustrating.
Oh, man, he's getting real good progress on his barrage as well, Jinmu. Elza's hanging in there as well. Keep that in mind. Drops down to half, and he's working towards his EMP.
Amon's behind, so he might be rolling in here looking for a big slam.
There it is. No hesitation on DeFran's part. Grab comes online, throws it straight away. Doesn't really catch any fish with that one, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Hey, well, he does force the wings, perhaps, as Immortal is now going to have the wings out, so he's getting that chain healing.
Big ults come online. Another stun on Hammond. Hammond goes down.
We're going to need some big plays here. There's the EMP, followed by the barrage. 1, 2, and 3. Excellent response here from the Hunters. We are getting a contest. Dako trying to throw himself bodily onto the point, but he is the last man standing, and it won't be for long.
Not going to work. Really nice peel there from Late Young, making sure that his sleeping Power was kept alive. And that's Chengdu taking it on their first attack. A little bit prolonged. Sometimes this type of composition can take a little bit to poke them down, to whittle them away, to make sure they get the engagements that they're looking for. But, I mean, Amon's so good on the hamster because he just doesn't die. He just doesn't die.
This is so fun to see. Jinmu just going to town right now. I mean, sure, you're saying, oh, Zarya bubbles and whatnot. Oh, I get free energy. Zarya gets energy anyway.
Yeah.
Just throw the rockets. Throw the rockets.
Atlanta's
Hit
got
the point-blank rockets.
6 ults.
What are you going to do, Diva? You got nothing. No, it doesn't work out that time. Can't work every time, Hex.
That's a couple ultimates that they would like to have back, and now Atlanta is in a very good spot with their ultimates. They had to use self-destruct to regain a mech charge, but this is actually where the Chengdu composition can fall apart a little bit. When you get the traditional 3-3 or 3-3 with Ana, whatever variation, right outside the door, it can be hard to crack.
There is the potential for a spawn camp. It's looking like Rain are trying to make up their minds. Do they want to go in or not? But it seems like they're content to hold at the corners.
Well, they've got EMP essentially at 92. The passive charge will even get there. Gonna farm it up on Diva in the background. Meanwhile, a rally up front.
Nano boost onto the front as well. Self-destruct over the top. EMP is going to get dodged, but still quite a few of the Rain get hacked. We need the follow-through, however, from the Hunters. It's not quite going to find it. Amon gets picked, and that's not going to help things here.
Yeah, it's one of those times where it does hurt when Chengdu is so, I don't know, fast and loose with their ultimates. Because an EMP barrage, as I said before, has won them maps, it's won them fights. And now this is sometimes where the Chengdu composition falls apart because they don't wait to try to set things up. They just start trying to solo it.
All right, man's got to be careful. There's the focus. An instant throw out there from DeFran. Looking for the follow-up. Late Young caught in it. The grab. Oh my god, he survives that. Unbelievable.
It took a couple support ultimates to keep him alive. They're going to lay some mines down in the backside.
Going to make it a bit tricky there. And, well, not going to save the life of Kyo, unfortunately for him. He gets smushed by Pokpo. The Hunters finding it difficult to make any real progress here towards the second point. The Rain doing a great job right now of sticking together and supporting one another. Even with the barrage attempt of Fran there to just beam Jinmu down.
Yeah, when you get a Zarya like this, it's just a melting tool. It just erases. However, trading out for Dogman, though, can be pretty good. Shinmu?
We had to get off the fun ride at some point.
Well, I mean, it works a lot better on first point than it does on second.
Fair
I'll
enough.
say that much.
Fair
If you're
enough.
able to take the first engagement on second, like where they were up front holding near second checkpoint, then you're good. But it says like holding these near spawn kind of areas, that can be very difficult.
Well, we do have an EMP online. That's on Elsa, but the ult advantage is very firmly on the side of the Rain. Although that was a pretty sick one. Catches so many. Everybody pretty much hacked on the side of the Rain, and 2 quick kills for the Hunters means that they get to finally start making some progress.
Should be able to clean this up. They are going to lose KO on this fight, but everyone else will be dispatched.
The hammer just goes rolling.
Also the best voice lines in the game.
Yeah. Squeak, squeak 'em. Squeak,
Profanity
squeak.
filter engaged.
Get on it. All right, self-destruct right there on the point. Let's go.
Trying to buy some time.
Yeah, and that is going to open it up here for his team to come leaping in. The cavalry has arrived. Sound barrier used as well. Well, now we're just going to get the follow-up. It's just one after another, everything raining through. Some good support for the Hunters, though, keeping themselves intact. Rain not quite with the follow-through on the grab. This might cost them the second point.
They got Erster, though, and Daka will fall as well into the 6v4. They're going to throw ultimates in it just to make sure that they get it.
Yeah.
Kyo's a very competent Zenyatta, so he should have Transcendence sometime soon as well.
Okay, what's Elza's average? I mean, he's getting an EMP on average a minute 16 right now. That's pretty fast.
14 enemies EMP, 22 enemies hacked. So he's also doing some just basic work that the best Sombers in the league do, just making sure those hacks disrupt any sort of timings or push. Never let the other team do what they want to do. It's a rule in almost every kind of competitive sport.
There's the EMP again. 3 of them hacked. The friend getting focused. If they can remove him, this would be big. Not looking like it's going to happen, though. Popo there to take Ivaltala out of the fight. Popo is just going to keep surviving here in the back line. So good response there from the Rain. Quick reactions, making sure that the friend did not get overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's kind of fine because they're resetting here. They have 1 minute and 35 seconds left, which should be enough to get yourself to a Graviton and a Shatter. Elsa is going to be the one late to join the party, so probably no self-destruct. But Chengdu should have one good fight with this composition.
Now they have the D-Matrix to play with as well. The friend's going to have to keep that in mind when he gets his grab, which shouldn't be too long from now. Rally committed here by Erster, and that's going to open it up. Emon gets pinned. We lose the friend, but that's still 2 big kills going through here for the side of the Rain, and the Hunters now just getting separated and cut off at the knees.
It's really hard to flip the switch between the style they normally play and this 3-3 style, because they're complete opposites.
You're going from chaos to, an OCD kind of
Yeah.
organized library where all the books are color-coded.
Yes, alphabetized and sorted by author and edition. So, but they did get the ults online that they need to, right? Graviton comes online, both support ultimates. This is not bad for them.
Well, they're hiding behind Popo's shield for now, Ryan, but Late Young, he does have a bit of energy here. He is going to be causing some damage. Nearly getting the focus down. There's the sound barrier used already. Grab is hidden on the side. Doesn't catch anybody, unfortunately. And now Defran going to answer with one of his own. Could have it passing right over the top here, and things are going to get dicey. The Hunters are hanging into this fight for now. Dogman dropping dangerously low. Self-destruct over the top, and it's not going to be the self-destruct, but the Rain, they are falling apart here. They are dropping low on all sides. Dogman going to get run over by Elza, literally. And Erster just hanging on by a thread.
That self-destruct didn't get the kill directly, but inadvertently it did. It caused them to back up and move the shields around. Now the cleanup is here for Chengdu as they try to finish this out.
Oh, there's the rally. Get on the point, get on the point. Nobody's here. Masaa is so close, but he won't contest. 3 points picked up for the Hunters.
Well, they showed you they can play the fun style of 4 DPS and whatever else. They showed you they can just standard it up, mix it up halfway in between there. We will see the Atlanta offense when we return.
Welcome back from the break, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be getting into it now. The second map is underway. The Hunters have made their attempt, and it was a solid one. 3 points for them. Atlanta Reign now on the offense. And here we get to see some frustration. You know, it's somebody took Dogman's bone away.
Tries to get the nano off, hacked right there. Some of the interactions are just razor thin on whether they'll work or not, but it's a tough ride. Elsa had a good round though.
Yeah, he did. He did do work, and he made the right decision. That's what we were discussing during the break, Hex, in terms of like knowing when to make the switch. They had
a nice transition. You know, Atlanta's not going to be outdone. They say, hey, no one runs McCree on this map. Let's just do that.
No.
Never mind.
No! Turn around, friend.
Here's the thing.
The point isn't the other way.
He probably thought they were going to be running like a Pharah on defense.
Fair enough. Fine, Hex. Be the voice of reason.
But the Chengdu mind games have begun. That just cost me 20 seconds.
Now they're going to go straight up Broadway then by the looks of it. Right through him, and it's like, I don't care. It's right into you. I got a bubble. It's all good. Pokepo hanging on. They are taking a lot of damage, and that was a snipe. Erster already taking a dirt map.
I can't do much about that. It's time to back up. Otherwise, you're going to get chased out anyway. Trying to get some ancillary damage there at the end, but it's not going to matter. Never mind. Defran found his W key. He's ready to go back in.
Oh, man. Just the way that things, you should just blow up that sign. Never mind. Getting into it now. Defran hunting for a target. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to lob grenades up like that.
Yeah. That's why I talk so much about high ground and low ground in these mirror compositions. It's so much better for the Zarya to be on high ground. But this is a really nice rotation. They're going to get there before they're set up.
Ooh, buddy, that might cost them, though. Did I just hear what I thought I heard?
That was
a shatter right through. Dogman, though, going to get the trance, and so not able to find any kills off of it, but forcing ults regardless, and Defran kills himself somehow.
Elsa just had to remech right there, so not ideal. However, meanwhile, the fight is going down here back at the ranch, and they're completely cleaned up.
A mauling. They are, Dako's only probably going to die now. Yep. Well, that's like...
That seems like a bit overkill.
Yeah, overkill. I don't know, man.
That made a weird noise that I'm uncomfortable with.
Well, rinse, repeat, Hex. Wax on, wax off until you get it right.
Well, they're gonna have rally, and they have a shatter of their own. So I want to see Late Young hit a really nice grab, because I think that's one thing that's still been missing from their game. It's getting these grabs in at the right time and catching crucial pieces.
Are they going to try and play games here, Rain? I mean, they have forced a rotation. Kind of spread out right now, the Hunters, but we still have the grab online here from Late Young. If they overcommit the Rain, they run the risk of getting caught. Rally's going to be thrown in, though. Shatter in as well. Goes straight into a shield, though. That's not going to help things. And then it's just grab on grab action. Everybody close enough to kiss each other, and it ain't pretty.
And after all that light show, the disco does end in no kills. However, Late Young does strike first blood here. Dogman all alone.
How would that even work with Ryan? Would it just be like the sound of two tin cans hitting each other, They're wearing helmets. Or Zens.
I do not want to go down the path that we're going on. I will stay right over here, friends.
Well, less than a minute left on the clock now for the Rain. Jinmu's got the rally, so we should see a beefy group of hunters moving together like a pack, ready to close in. Fully armored up, though. They aren't fleet of foot, but...
they're going to rally right in, trying to separate them. They do not get the boot from Ivital that they needed to try to isolate a member. Elsa falls dangerously low. Elsa out. Defran's going to have grab.
Yeah, this is not going to be pretty. There's nothing to stop the grab. Defran can throw it down immediately. Now he just needs his team to back him up.
Yeah.
Looks like they're trying to buy time. They do have time to recontest here.
They can. I would not be surprised to see like a boost in and just go for the shatter, just try to be nuts about it.
YOLO! Let's go! Get in there! Grab is down!
They don't have anyone on the point. They got grab off of the point.
Buddy!
That's
nice attempt by the Hunters, but a stylish grab from Defran denies them the contest. And this is a fight where if you're the Hunters, don't commit anything. It's already done.
Yeah. It's just a really well-placed Graviton right there, because they were going to try to come in. They even committed the Transcendence as well, because they thought they could maybe smush a body onto the point, but they were just off the corner. It's a perfect spot to put it.
Oh, Defran.
And he was patient with it, too, because a lot of Zaryas would have just launched it in there knowing, oh, there's no Diva. We can just get him over here. But then what happens if you don't kill them all? They rush back in. They've got Shatter, so it's a smart play.
Well, Hunters once again occupying the high ground. The one thing that they have going for them, Hunters, is that they pushed the rain to the limit. There's less than 2 minutes on the clock now for the rain. They're going to be feeling the pressure now, and it's going to start mounting, especially as a grab goes off. Sound barrier there, impeccable timing from Masaa. Gets it down, but it doesn't save his life. The focus fire too good on the side of the Hunters. That's a massive shatter, though. Amon going into the wall, but they will have to follow up on the side of the rain. Somehow, they turn it around.
Cleaning it up, there's the team kill horn. Everyone for the Hunters down. It just seems like the stylistic difference for Atlanta is just being a little more comfortable with this, blocking bombs correctly, setting up combos the right way. And Defran being a monster does not hurt either.
Indeed, it doesn't. 8 final blows for Defran so far. A whole hunk of damage. What? He's doing 5,000 more damage than Late Young. Okay, then.
Yeah, it's kind of one-sided.
Yeah, there you got one Zarya, and then you got half a Zarya on the other side who's trying to figure it out. I mean, right now, it's going to be the sound barrier committed here by the Hunters. Focus fire on Popo and Dako, both tanks out of the fight here. So the Hunters, looks like they will hold for now.
About 2:19 on the clock. Remember that Atlanta has to finish this or they go down in the series.
A real possibility now, especially as the Hunters can now make them work for every meter. High ground occupied, just going to be painful here if you're the Rain.
Yeah, but the problem is that the Hunters don't have any support ultimates that can deny grab. So this grab should get value from Defran unless Elsa can eat it.
Oh, that's ridiculous. All right, well, now we're just going to get all the grabs, and this is going to be a bit of a one-sided affair. Ooh, the charge. Sick plays. Poke going to be on that payload so quickly now. Hunters are going to respawn. They have to be patient. But the Rain not wasting a second. As soon as they knew the fight was on, they were done then. They were out of there.
They invested a lot of ultimates, though. Anyone, Elsa and Jinmu have ults, I'd imagine they're going to rally out.
Rally.
Yeah, it's got to rally.
Come on, Jinmu. Rally. There it is. Self-destruct over the top from both of them. Amon goes up and no counter kill. Popo survives. That's not going to help things, although losing Dako here could hurt the Rain. Masaa as well is a big deal. It's just tit for tat back and forth now. Both of these teams putting everything into the offense and defense. Defran has once again got a grab online. He is outstripping Late Young by a country mile at this point, but he gets eaten. Elsa with the D-Matrix ruins the party.
Big play. Defensive spawns are going to start coming into factor, but that is a big shatter. Only 2 alive for the Hunters. Atlanta's going to finish out and embodied.
Wow. Well, turns out both of these teams showed up to play today, Hanks, and I'm loving it. We're going to be taking a quick break, guys, and when we come back, we will have a continuation of our second map of the series. Here we have it, Hex. Tied up 3-3. The Hunters looking for a fight.
Are you going to start narrating the Hunters like Attenborough?
They're going to find one. Hunters comfortable in their environment. The city streets of Numbani.
That should be good, because I do believe that with only a minute, we're going to see the Hunters do what they did on first before.
Just run it over.
It's a long, drawn-out fight, but Atlanta just needs to find a way to sustain through it and not start bleeding off heroes. Easier said than done.
I don't get how you hunt with a rocket launcher, though. You know, it must not leave much behind. You know, trophies, meat.
Yeah, that's hunting mostly for carnage, not sport or nourishment.
There you go. That's it. Turns out the Rain are not on the endangered list. It's open season.
It's kind of a psychopath move.
Let's go. I mean, Jinmu right now, he wouldn't be opposed. He's just, he's going fishing with dynamite, and it's worked so far. Dako trying to do something.
Yeah, pressure on the point with the Amon on there. They're going to force somebody to rotate down, and now they're just trying to knock people off. Amon's stunned, but he still gets a pile driver in.
Oh, buddy, if they group up like this in the choke point, this is terrible. That's not where you want to be. You're going to eat rocket damage. So much damage. 70% already on the barrage. Jinmu, it's like Christmas come early for him.
Just getting pressured out, but they lost Evoltal. That's terrible for them. No resurrection can be available. Almost no healing on the field now. Jinmu will die shortly after. Atlanta's going to hold this.
Too much focus on the fun. And you get distracted just like that. Emma going for the smash and grab, but he is going to get rolled over by Erster. And yes, they will hold this, the raid. There is going to be a last-second contest here from Late Young. Who can make it back in time? Keo with the boost may be able to touch the point. But it's not meant to be. It's not going to happen. Evoltal is going to get crushed, and we will have the end of that push from the Chengdu Hunters.
Well, a little over 33% on the point is going to be the watermark for Atlanta to beat, tie up the series going into the half.
The high tide. The high tide floweth, and we'll see if the rain can ride it to victory here on the second map of this series. The rain. They're looking feisty, Hex.
Yeah.
They're looking feisty.
I mean, they got a little too aggressive when you got real excited they were all in the corner, right?
Yeah, it's great though.
It does seem
if you're
great.
far at that point, if you're the far, you're like, come on, team.
It seems better than it is because you've got Brigitte Shield who can eat some stuff, and then Matrix can come up off cooldown, and then you've got another shield, and then often
Stop raining on my parade.
and then
here,
you just have like bodies that can just take it, and it doesn't matter, right? So they got a little too close. Evoltal flew a little too close to the sun, and that's it. You can't lose your mercy in that comp.
Hex, I'm a simple man, I see a potential for a barrage, I get all excited, and then it turns out that, Jinmu, his teammates let him down. Why did they have to go and die? We could have had a great barrage, it would have been sick. Instead, well, it's 3 points for the Hunters, and now the rain get a crack at it. So, minute 51 on the clock for the rain, though, so they don't have much room for error.
You do see why Fur is not that default answer to the 3-3, though. It's just simply not enough. It's not enough burst damage, not enough to take down tanks by yourself. You need more disruption and other people helping you out. However, not over yet. 43% on the board for the Hunters on the offense. Now they switch to defense. Should be about 2 cracks at this for the Atlanta offense with 1:45 on the clock.
Indeed, and no risk-taking on the Hunters' side of things either. We're going into this standard as standard could be. It is vanilla. It is off-white beige. It is, grass. It's very simple stuff right now coming in from both of these teams, but we'll see. Who comes out ahead? Amon already down on the low ground. He's got the rest of his team backing him up as well. In the meantime, the Rain trying to establish a foothold. So you can see they don't have to get too far for the progress to net this win.
Just trying to put some progress on the clock, but Chengdu's doing a good job of at least contesting this. They get collapsed on. Amon down first. That's bad. Oh. That's double bad. This might just be triple bad.
Yeah, quadruple bad, quintuple bad. Where's the sextuple?
Yeah, we're in super bad territory now, and Atlanta pulls it off on the offense.
There we go.
Really good identification of Chengdu is in a corner. If we collapse in this artificial choke, that's it. They pick off all the tanks. We're tied up 1-1.
We're tied up 1-1 going into the halftime, and I'm looking forward to hearing what our halftime crew have to say. Don't go anywhere. It's happening after the break.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by Toyota, official North American partner of the Overwatch League. Toyota, let's go places. Blizzard Arena, make some noise. We are back. It is the final match here on Saturday, the final week of Stage 1. I'm Puckett alongside Zoe and Bren, and we have the Atlanta Reign who are looking to lock in their spot in our playoffs. Things didn't start off too well, though, for Atlanta, though. And Bren, before the games even started, you told our production team, keep your eyes on the main tank. About 10 seconds into the game, we swapped it over to keep your eyes on Jinmu. Let's take a look at some of the clips here. What was Chengdu running today? Because we always know when this squad is going to be competing on the stage, they're going to be showing us something fun.
Yeah, you got very excited, Puckett, as soon as you saw the DPS heroes. You know, this is the tried and tested.
It's like, look, they're now running a Reinhardt again. This is great.
Chengdu have been running this a lot recently. They love to run the Diva, well, not the Diva, I should say. They love to run the Sombra alongside Jinmu on the Pharah and Amon with the Wrecking Ball. And it's a very chaotic composition. You basically just swarm random targets because you've got high mobility, you've got a lot of damage, you're trying to capitalize off Jinmu a lot of the time, and it is their bread and butter at this point. The reason it's so successful is because teams cannot practice against this. No other team in the league runs this kind of composition, so you often find that you will just run over opponents because they don't know how to play into it.
And you see Jinmu, of course, dropping the bombs from the sky, but that Sombra wiped off all of the sound barrier. Incredible stuff coming out of Elsa. I mean, the Prince of Snow doing work here. But when we look at the rocket numbers, 37% direct rocket accuracy. Jinmu has just been popping off.
Look at those eliminations. 22 and only 3 deaths. And they really tried. They really tried to shut him down. Devran switched over to McCree. Got absolutely nothing done. In the end, we saw some Tracer picks there. Also didn't really help them.
They nano-boosted Divas after
exactly.
him.
So they really tried to shut him down. But, you know, Jinmu just does his Jinmu things in every single game. And it keeps on working, which is confusing.
Now,
but pleasant.
We went into the second game, though, Zoe, and we see Jinmu starting off well again, popping rockets on the opponent. Looks like Chengdu's once again just going to run through Atlanta. But Atlanta holds strong. And what differences did you see on our second map in Numbani?
Well, I think Atlanta just kind of shifted their focus, and that worked really well. Bren was mentioning it. They pulled a lot more resources. Gee, it's been a long day. Into Devran on his Zarya, and he got a lot done for the team, actually.
Yeah, in particular as well, you can see these nano boosts. They were prioritizing the nano boost onto Devran every single time. I think their strategy coming into this was, if we just enable Devran, he will carry us, which, you know, works sometimes on and off, every now and then. But it seemed to be paying off for them, especially when Chengdu switched over to the Reinhardt as well. Eamon, he had a fantastic game. I mentioned this in the pre-show. You know, I wanted to see, is his Reinhardt a fluke? I think it was, because he didn't have a good performance.
He was great against Vancouver, not so good in your opinion so far?
Yes, and I think the real takeaway here is that he's very good against aggressive Reinhardts, but Pukpo individually is a lot more passive. He plays more with the team, and that can throw him off, because Eamon does play like a bit of a budget bumper in a lot of ways.
So as we take a look at some of Defran's numbers here from just that second map, 36 and 6, do you want to see him trying to pull out a McCree to deal with the Pharah in the future, or is this all Zarya all day long?
Honestly, I think they should stick to their guns. I do think they would fare a lot better if they're not trying to focus so much on Jinmu, because as we saw, now that they didn't do that, they did manage to force the Hunters off of their comfort pick. They did force Jinmu back onto that brick, so that's what I kind of want to see. The only issue I have right now with Atlanta Reign is that they somehow lack focus fire. I don't know if it's a breakdown in communication or what is going on, but there seems to be a very, very little focus fire going into team fights. So I really hope they can clean it up in the second half.
Bren, final thoughts here. We had Chengdu, who entered the day at 17 seed. Atlanta was in our top 8, which is good enough to move into the playoffs. Does Atlanta pull out the win here tonight?
I think the only thing I'm certain of is that this is going to be going to a map 5, realistically. Like, if I know Chengdu, this is going to a map 5. It's going to distance. Even my prediction, I predicted Atlanta Reign. I'm not too sure right now. It feels like I felt like Atlanta would have a good grasp of Chengdu. I mean, I'm going to stick with my prediction. I think Atlanta are going to be able to take it, but realistically, this is going to be going to distance.
Sticking with Atlanta, Zoe, give me one player from the Reign to watch in the second half. They're going to make all of their fans happy and take one step closer to those playoffs. Who's going to lead the charge?
You want me to say Defran now, right? Well, I guess I go with it then. Defran it is.
I like it. These guys love it over here. We got the Defran fan club in the back. We love to see it. Blizzard Arena, are you guys enjoying the show? Keep the energy up, because we have at least 2 more games coming your way on the other side of this break.
They don't just play for a team. They play for every fan, every rival, every moment, every match. And when everyone watching expects the best, they perform with the best.
Oh my god.
I kind of regret saying it to some degree. Like, I feel like you definitely get a lot more than I think you'd like deserve by a landslide. So I mean, I only did it for myself. I'm somebody that likes to get involved in the game, like emotionally. Otherwise, then I don't play as well. Like, I feel like I need to be out there and like have some emotion in the game. Otherwise, it's not as fun. I just wanted the crowd to get hyped up, and I wanted something to get behind, I guess.
No, I mean, I respect that. If I'm going to trash talk, I have to expect it trash talks back. But
Yeah,
like I said, it's a dangerous game, you know? Like if you do it, be expected to have it back, like, done to you, right? So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
No, I mean, well, I used to.
Well, there you have it. Man in question on your screen. He knows it. He knows we're watching.
Looking into my soul.
I know.
I feel like he's trash talking me right now in his head.
That is deep.
I like a character like that in the league. I think it's good.
Please keep it
Yeah.
up, dog man.
Don't apologize.
Listen to the haters,
Get in the
people
game.
who judge. Oh my God, he said something mean. Oh my, come on, dude. This guy is a killer. He is supposed to get in there. He's a part of their game plan. I love those players where it's a part of their game plan. They'll wreck you in the game and they'll wreck you out of game, and there's nothing you can do about it.
I think the mental aspect of the mind games of trash talk and things like that is completely underrated. I like to see it in every sport, especially Overwatch. Bacon Jack coming in for Late Young. So, as we go to Horizon Lunar Colony here, Bacon Jack has been kind of their hit scan specialist, plays a lot of Widow for him, so I'd imagine we get to see that. Also came up as a Tracer, so very possible that he'll run that too.
Yeah, so as you guys can see now, map set is here. Third map of this series is going to be Horizon.
Yeah.
And
so
I'm a bit distracted here, Hex, because I'm seeing something.
You're looking at
funny.
the compositions. Our insider Mika actually said she talked to Atlanta and they were a little bit confused early on going against Chengdu, which you are. But now they figure they've got it figured out. All right, let's go.
Yes, we share the same opinions, the audience and I. There is a turret present on the defense.
Fair Mercy, there's a Genji on the field for the offense to try to crack this. Just a standard Widow, Torb, Orisa, Fair Mercy comp. It actually is somewhat standardish for Horizon Lunar Colony because you can play a bunker comp as it's described.
First blood, drawn by the Viking, drawn by the Torb. Looking for the shots already, Taco. There's no escape for you. Right into the turret you go. I love it. There we go. Oh man, the Hunters. I think Hex. It's a tough call for me, but like, who's my favorite now, the Rain or the Hunters?
You know what? Just enjoy it all, man. Enjoy it all. I just look at my schedule every week. I'm like, do I have Chengdu? Yes! Failing that, I'm like, do I have Guangzhou?
Yeah,
Yes!
there you go. Win it.
Atlanta? Yes!
Dude, this is actually, it's like Christmas rolled into a birthday. You know, like you're always jealous of those kids whose birthday is on Christmas. You know, it's just like
I've never
double
been
the
jealous of
presents. They get double the presents.
Bacon Jack with an early kill on a Dogman, likely going to have to reset this offensive push. Torb is battling 1v1 down in the corner. That is a dead diva.
Hey, there we go. Bacon Jack getting to flex a little bit right now.
Oh,
buddy.
Just saved his buddy down there, too. You know, peeling is often thought of as your tanks are back there blocking damage. You know, you can peel by just cracking people in the dome as well.
Works. Definitely my approved method.
There's 2 people behind Chengdu now, and they know it. So it is a Sombra and a Tracer. They're going to try to find and isolate a single target. It's a different kind of variation of what Dive used to do. Although they're not diving because they're already set up in position. This is great. The Infrasight's going to show where this Sombra is.
Exactly.
Just
No
gotta
hiding
bail.
now. No hiding now. It's going to be tough for the Tracer and the Sombra, Ursa and Defran in the back line to set up a trap. Because they're going to get seen coming a mile away. Look at that. There's nowhere to hide.
They know they can't even go out there. Now he's going to throw out the Venom Mine. If they do pop that, they will be revealed as well.
Well, you're kind of hoping that somebody's going to be able to get onto this
Jinmu
point.
got slept.
Jinmu slept out in the open. Focus fire attempt is there. The bio nade made all the difference.
Yeah.
He was getting pocketed, but that nade denies healing, and he is done.
Slept and antied. The Mercy got hacked, so there was no resurrection. They tried a Molten Core over there, maybe thinking that the resurrection could be able to come in, but
That's an ult we don't get to see every day. Trance, however, we do. And Kyo decides now's the time to use it. Another sleep dart connects with the target, but we will be able to get the Orisa reestablished here behind a shield.
Evital's got to be careful. Defran gets killed by Jinmu.
Talk about perfect timing.
Yeah, Jinmu was on his way back in. He's going to barrage. He still lives through it. And yet to put any permanent progress on the board still, Atlanta.
What is this fight? What is this fight, Hex? What
You know
is
what
going
this fight
on
is?
here? What is going on? Okay, then.
That fight was a microcosm of Atlanta versus Chengdu, and it was beautiful.
Well, 35 seconds left on the clock, and the Rain are left scratching their heads wondering, what in blazes is this?
Oh, it's a nice kill, though, on Akio. However, Jinmu just evens it up right away. They've had such a hard time getting in with any sort of health because the Fire Mercy has just been above them the entire time. Like, far above them, pushed way forward.
Well, once again, they try to make their way through. Jinmu's working his way towards that barrage once again. 56%. Elsa again finds the kills. Defran as well.
Oh, if anyone knows how to play against the turret, it should be Defran.
This is a disaster for the Rain. They're losing their Zarya. Now Elsa will get overwhelmed, but 2 quick kills to follow it up. Dako will trade it with Bacon Jack. We lose that threat. At least then Kyo snuffs Dogman. Back and forth, tit for tat, and somehow they're holding for now, the Hunters.
Oh, the turret's still doing work. Elsa had the Molten Core as well. That's why him dying was really brutal, but still not 33%. They're trying to get back on the points. Hammond in, Hammond out.
This is unreal. It's actually going to happen. Burning down, and no, he doesn't make it into the time. So close, Poco to touching it, and he dies to the turret at the end. Oh, man, brutal. A hard hold on the first point of Lunar. Hunters right now definitely feeling it. We're taking a break real quick, and we'll be back for the second half of this match. going to get into the thick of things here. The Rain, who failed to pick up a single tick of progress on the first point, are now on the defense. Guys, be sure to tune in next week. It's going to be the Stage 1 playoffs kicking off on the 21st of March. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. And the Rain right now are fighting for a spot in those playoffs, Hex, and it's not looking pretty.
Yeah, they need to win tonight and their next match, and they can secure their. So at least they're in control of their own destiny. And, unfortunately, I don't think this is the type of play we're going to see in playoffs because this has been awesome, and we've got a Bastion on the field. Why not? Bastion, Widow defense.
Oh, cool.
Bunker defenses are legit on assault maps, and they've always been kind of a staple of Horizon Lunar Colony. You also see this on Temple of Anubis. So, can Chengdu crack this? Jinmu immediately goes to the Genji, which is the proper pick against a Bastion in this situation. Some teams have run a Reaper, and it makes everyone mad.
Right now, though. Oh, wait, what's the... Okay, well, let's say they need a single tick of progress. And, hey, you go ahead in there. Ayman just goes leaping through. Already we're getting Popo out of the middle of nowhere. Defran finds 2 kills, though. He may be the difference maker here for his team.
You got 2, but that's why you run the Genji here, is because you're able to isolate targets. You're able to isolate Narissa. The best defense against Narissa was always dive. Only need 33%, and Chengdu takes this map.
Oh, man, now you have to stay on this point. You're not allowed to leave, and that's it. The Hunters, they're going to do it. Can they run back in time? It's not looking like it. The Rain aren't going to make it. The Hunters blitz down the defense, and they will take the lead in the series, 2-1 over the Atlanta Rain.
Well, Atlanta's best hope was a draw there, but not going to happen, as the bunker breaking comp does come in and breaks that bunker just fine. Chengdu, Atlanta, don't go anywhere. Map 4 coming up next.
The Overwatch League is powered by Intel. Game, record, stream without compromise on Intel Core i7. And by Omen by HP, the official PC and display of the Overwatch League.
There we go, guys. We just came back from the break, and that was a very quick Lunar Colony indeed, Hex.
That's about as quick as they come, and about as fun as they come as well. Bunker comp did not work out. Atlanta's done some stuff like this before on Anubis, over like a Junkrat, Widow, and so Atlanta, gets their feet wet a little bit. They're not just a 3-3 kind of team, and I respect them for that. However, Atlanta has to win this game to keep their stage playoff hopes alive, and we are going to head to Rialto. Atlanta is choosing to defend first, and they are going to run this little wrinkle with a Moira, Dogman being on the Moira here. And, Chengdu, any other team would be like, well, they're going to switch, but they're probably just going to run this.
Oh, I so hope so.
Yeah, I haven't seen some Ashe, really. Like, Ashe a little bit. I think Soul played it week 1. The crowd is chanting Bob. Everyone loves Bob.
We got to see some Bob.
Yeah, and we haven't seen a ton of Ashe since then. However, with them on the Mercy, it makes me think that Jinmu is very likely going to come out on the Pharah.
Oh, yeah, exactly. There it is. The switch, as you say it, Hex. But I'm, equally pleased with Pharah.
Yeah.
Works just fine for me. And guess who's moving way up to get super aggro? It's the Rain. Okay, then Atlanta Reign deciding to just hold on this side of the bridge.
Yeah, this was very successful against this composition on Numbani after the spawns changed, right? So they know that this kind of comp is very good against them in close quarters in these small areas. They want to fight in controlled areas, but Shenmue's just peppered already. He's got the D.Va down. That's the only threat to him, too.
Oh, man, this is brutal. It's one-sided. It's a heavyweight versus a featherweight right now, man. Chengdu is just going to town. Should be criminal. He's already got the barrage out. There it is. All the kills. Get out of the server. Chengdu is a beast.
I got nothing. I'm just so happy.
Oh, that's so much fun to watch. Let's go. Round 2. What are you going to do with this guy? He's ruling the skies. Oh, nice attempt. I like it. Oh, but there it is! Point blank!
He got hacked and deleted. Dogman is going to use the Coalescence to try to keep his team alive. But it's so tough to win fights without your D.Va.
Dude, does he not just hit straight rockets every time? It's almost they're like all direct hits.
Yeah, this is
What's going on here?
This guy understands the phrase that splash damage is a crutch. And he is not using it at all.
It's nonstop. This is brutal. He's nearly at 30% direct. All right, then.
First kill on Chengdu. Keo will fall. They might just resurrect him, too. Up over the top here.
Hey, surprise! There it is. The Fran is gone. Erster 2. Just like that, we're going to get a first point for the Hunters.
Just a casual 11 eliminations, 5 final blows. You know, just rocking 19 direct hits so far. 30% rocket accuracy.
28% right now. He's got to pump those numbers up, Hex. I don't know. I'm feeling like he's dropping off a little bit.
Low. He's only getting barrage every 44 seconds.
That's disappointing, man. It's shameful. Just shameful.
Get it together.
Seriously, man. Got to go and give this guy a shoulder massage or something. All that carrying that he's doing right now. Getting tense.
The only thing that with Chengdu's compositions is they never really get the progress they deserve because there's never anyone on the card.
And then, let's all focus on Chengdu. Guess what? There it is! EMP! So Fran's going to snuff him immediately, but another direct rocket coming in from Chengdu. Oh, man, this is fun.
You know you're in dire straits when the fire strikes are going at the Farah. They do have to back up. They've lost their supports, and as fun as that was, the wild ride will end.
Bunny Blaster as well. Just everything. Daigo's he's got a bone to pick with Chengdu now. He's like, okay, where is he? Let me at him.
He's all the way around. He got back. He got out.
All right, well, Payload currently chilling out, right? But, it needs to go around the bend to get to the second point. We'll see if it can manage. Chengdu right now is going to look to drop the pain. Point blank, there it is. If he could have got, he got 2. He got 2 out of the barrage. Good enough for him. Now the rest of the team have got to step up to the plate.
Very likely a Resurrection trying to come in. They're going to zone it out with the Minefield, and now the Resurrection comes behind. That's the kind of weird coordination that you see with Chengdu, but that Minefield doesn't come down. They might not get the res.
There's no rest for the wicked, Chengdu. I'm sorry. You thought you got out, but they brought you back in, and it's going to be brutal. Let's go. This is looking, the Hunters are keeping it together. Despite all the craziness and my excitement, they are definitely doing work. The slam and jam right onto Masaa.
The pile driver comes in, and now it's just 2. Chengdu has to find focus here, though, because they're getting a lot of kills, and the progress hasn't quite been there. They will get to the checkpoint, add some time to their clock, 4:15 to finish it out. Chengdu falls, but he's going to get forward spawns. Erster's in trouble here. I don't know why they're not punishing this. There it is.
And once again, Chengdu brought back from the sweet piece of quiet, but it's not going to happen.
Well, they've got EMP, they've got mines, they've got both support ultimates. It just seems like Atlanta has been caught completely off guard by the onslaught that is the Chengdu Hunters right now.
Yeah,
nothing to work with. They've been tossing in ults and getting nothing out of it because these ults are meant for big groups of people to go against 3-3. They're not very good when everybody is everywhere.
A little bit disappointed in Chengdu right now. He's only getting a barrage on a 57-second average now.
That's pretty poor.
He was at 44 at the beginning of this map. Definitely slacking.
Well, they've got it all to work with. EMP, mines, barrage. If they set this up properly, it could be really good. Minefield comes off. EMP is on.
Instant death. There it is. C-Mac and the Zarya 2. But now
Masaa.
they've got to get the follow-up. Masaa with the help of Pokepo. They're doing some damage. Trying to fight it back. Eviltal decides to res Keo, but that might cost him.
Well, it's because Keo had Transcendence, right? And Chengdu had just used. And also, it is probably time to switch.
Yeah.
As much as it pains me,
Yeah.
this is a terrible room to try to run Ifara in and try to run a Sombra in as well. So it is time to switch off of the composition. They've already gotten it a ridiculously far push for Rialto. So, and this is what I've been impressed with Chengdu, even though they're 2 and whatever they are, 2 and 4. They've learned, and they're switching now, and they're not as stubborn as they used to be. They're using ultimate combinations better. I've seen improvement from this team. It's not that I just like their wacky comps and whatnot, which I do, granted. But they make changes, they're not as stubborn, they make changes at the right time. They need to just push and force out ultimates, and that's what they've done the last couple of times they've made compositional switches.
Oof, buddy. Oh, this isn't the thing of it. Bacon Jack, whoa, dropping dangerously low. Focus fire is there. He's got the bubble. And yep, sure enough, Defran will melt him. It's almost like an afterthought. That's like 2 fadeaway shots from Defran that nets him 2 kills. But
and here's what Atlanta did right there. They just won that fight with a single ultimate, with a rally. So there's still some effects of that ultimate hanging around as well. They didn't overcommit, which would have been really easy to do given the chaos that has been sown in them by the Chengdu playstyle. So Chengdu really behind it right now.
really,
I think they just eco push again.
Exactly, like you said, you know, when you make that roster change, you got 2 minutes. You should be able to get ults online. You should be able to get a good fight out of it. Now it's a question of whether Reigns slip up. You put some pressure on Dogman. Does he go for the grab? It looks like we're going to get a grab out of the front, and sure enough.
I don't like it from Keo, but maybe they can turn it around. That's an ult that I would like them to just keep banking here. They're going to lose the fight anyway, and yeah, that one's over. If you're going to eco push, just pure eco push. Because say that Transcendence keeps everyone alive during grab.
Sure.
Maybe Atlanta has to use another ult, and then I guess it's a 1-for-2 trade, but you don't have Transcendent. It just doesn't feel great. So with only a minute left, Bacon Jack is nearing a Graviton, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Maybe Amen can swing away on it and start getting his ult, but Atlanta has played this last bit of defense perfectly.
Let me see here. What is... Bacon Jack has got it. I mean, DeFran's almost got a grab on the line as well.
And Urster's going to have Rally again.
Yeah, this is it. So, Rally to kick things off here. Jinmu, that's the one bringing it in, trying to beef up his team. Shadow gets thrown out. Bacon Jack is here, right into the thick of it. No fear in his eyes. Rain going to try and put some there, though, as they wipe out the rest of his team. And that's it. The Hunters rebuffed once again.
They're going to get some staggers here, too. The Diva stagger. She gets back to spawn. 20 seconds left.
Get out. Did he get it?
No, he lived.
Oh, he lived. Damn.
One more time, one more chance for Chengdu. They're going to put a Mei into the field, of all things. I don't really... it's going to be tough to even get in here. You're going to get separated. No, they should be able to get in. They have ults.
Oh, ye of little faith. Come on, Hex. I thought you had more faith in Jinmu than that. Man's going to make it work. Look at this, mate. Just going to work right now. The grab is in. He's just got to go ahead and freeze everybody up. Hey, guess what? No ults here.
Well,
just shut the door on him.
Grab and self-destruct came out from Chengdu and got absolutely zero there. So that is where the payload will end. Very likely, barring a miracle. But it's Atlanta White on the left side of the kill feed. And if they finish this out Rialto, they're going to get some bonus Overwatch.
That's a possibility, a distinct one. Keep in mind, Atlanta still in the run here for the stage playoffs. So everything, they have to win out here. They have to turn it around and tie it up 2-2 and take us to a 5th map, which would be Control, which could be a lot of fun for the Hunters.
It could be a lot of fun for everybody. All right, well, they seem to have gotten it back together. It was really good for them to just be able to stabilize, because that looked like it was just going to begin and end all in one push, essentially. Some decent fights there in the middle, but I think the last 2.5 minutes of defense from Atlanta was really what was perfect. Because they recognized the situation. I mean, if I recognize it, they recognized it. They just switched the entire team. They don't have anything. Yeah. Let's win this fight one ults at a time. And so they cycled the Rally in one, and then Defran used Graviton in one. And then for the third fight, they had Rally and Graviton back up anyway. That's
the beauty of Defran right now. He is very comfortable, it looks like, on the Zarya. I mean, he's winning that fight hands down.
Yes. His Zarya has been very good. It's honestly has been a revelation to me. And I know he's just a mechanically gifted player, but Zarya is a lot about just the right choices and when to go in and when to pull out. And his Zarya, I expected it to be good, but it has been top tier.
Mm-hmm. No, you got players like that. It's pure joy to watch. Well, let's go. 15 seconds until we're into the thick of things here. Rain on the offense and the Hunters on the defense. And as far as the Hunters are concerned, they continue to prize in my esteem. Jinmu on the Hanzo, Bacon Jack on the Widow. Let's go. Double sniper.
Well, double sniper is a legitimate composition. It was actually pretty in vogue towards the end of last year's 2018 Overwatch League season, especially on wide open maps like Junkertown. It was extremely popular on Junkertown. And it's definitely a viable composition because of all the burst damage it does.
Indeed. When you got big shields to hide behind those, you can see a little bit of frustration here for Bacon Jack. And never mind! Spots Dogman for an instant and the man is dead. Sell him for parts.
I have no idea how Eviltal stayed alive there, but he did, which is so important. Not much healing else if Eviltal goes down, so now they're just going to pepper away. The reason why you include Hanzo and Widow in this is because Hanzo can just crack down shields so quickly with Storm Arrow now.
Exactly. You get that Rhine shield out of the play. The problem is right now they need to get some kind of body on the point. It's making it a little bit difficult. There's quite a bit of progress being made by the raid. Everyone's out there all by his lonesome, and that's not going to be pleasant.
The bunker has been busted. The bunker's been abused. The bunker was never really even used. It was the Orisa sitting alone. No one ever really could use that shield. Got knocked to the low ground, and Atlanta rolling through.
Some difficult decisions to be made here now. We're about to get wings online. It's looking like the Hunters might stick with their guns and arrows.
I mean, you have ults about to come online, but do you really have the bodies to put on point? Now you definitely don't. Now you just don't.
They might be paying for it here. They might be regretting the stick.
I mean, they res Amon, but
everybody else is getting pummeled.
Yeah. They pop the wings. This might be changes coming out. Dogman actually spotted Bacon Jack behind the lines and pops him in the dome. It was pretty nice. Hurts to switch when you have ults, but you have to do it. You absolutely have to do it.
Wholesale. And Rain, they're so good at recognizing the situation. Like, we have an edge. We have everything going our way. Just don't throw away the ults.
Yeah.
Now we've got 5 ults online. They're going to go for a roster change, which means that they will have 0 ults. We can just win fights with 1 ult at a time and crush them into dust.
Yeah, and you can win on economics alone. They're going to have rally up, so they just rally and push. They force out a Transcendence and self-destruct.
Indeed they do. This is getting a bit chaotic, although we should be feeling comfortable with it by now. Sound Barrier committed here as well by the Rain. Really looking to end this fight. Ivaltal will go down. Potential Erster getting some healing, and that just barely keeps him alive, and that will make the difference here. The Fran just gets to run amok here in the back line.
Well, they're just winning this on pure value. It is value town to the max right here. They have to use a couple ultimates, but not all that many. Erster started the fight with a rally, already back up at rally, I believe. It may have been Jinmu a rally that I don't recall. Anyway, the point is, Atlanta's economy in great condition. However, because that fight went on for a while, and there was some good sustain, Chengdu is still in this.
You were saying, Hex?
Because of how poorly that fight went.
They're all gone. They're all gone. They tried to contest on the second point, and boy, was that an ugly sight.
Did not work out really well. Bacon Jack seems like he's been holding his grab for quite a bit. It's one of the only ultimates they've got up, and Atlanta's just going to take the free push. 3 on the cart. Everyone else is kind of hanging out forward.
Whoa. Okay. Trying to go for the punish. This is an interesting choice. Grab works out. Defran and Pokepo get picked off, overextending, and Bacon Jack is not holding back.
And this composition, if you kill 2 people, you win the fight. So 2 people are just hanging out there and giving them up to you. Why not? Just take it.
Sick. Works out great. Now we've got Trance online. Rain's still ahead in the ults, but now they can just go ahead and pace themselves. The main thing here is that Hunters now get the challenge, at least at the choke.
The only bad thing is that Grab generally forces out ultimates from the other squad, but it's a weird choice to make, but you won the fight.
You got that one. You bought a little bit of time. They have so much time to work with on the Rain side of things. Erster with the rally here to bolster his team. We have Jinmu now going to trade it. Self-destruct thrown in. Self-destruct stopped in the middle of nowhere. The shield was up though from Pokemon, and the kill into Jinmu.
Shatter, knocks down Pokemon, knocks down Erster. Nice sound barrier.
Yeah, nick of time there, but then we get the counter sound barrier. They're doing a good job here of winning out. They're showing true grit here, the Hunters. Hanging into this fight, the Rain refused to say die, and it's just trading back and forth. Somehow Dako is still in a mech. Finally, he's out of it.
They've got a May out there. Bacon Jack has just been a little too far forward every time, but defensive spawn advantage will come up. They're going to take a little bit of free push on the Pilot Diva. Should be enough bodies back there to get a mech back up as well.
This is bonkers. There's a snipe, if ever there was one.
That's actually really important because that Diva was about to come back up.
Yep. And that means that Bacon Jack now, at least he has a window not to have to worry about.
Yeah, and that's why Dako was staying in that form. He's at 93% on self-destruct.
There it is. There it is. Do they have the follow? There's the Maywall cutting him up. 2 quick kills and making a wipe. Hunters. Sick call there to make it happen. That was a win. Clean as could be.
They have stabilized. And Bacon Jack is using his Graviton on 1 or 2 people every time, which is fine. It wins them the fight. And also, he doesn't seem entirely super comfortable on Zarya. So the last thing you want is to get 0 value out of it with Dako eating it. So you see an opportunity where the Diva's not there and you know she's not.
Yeah.
Take it.
Get the value. Get the value. At least some of it instead of throwing it out. Jinmu. Johnny on the spot with the walls as well.
2.5 left. That's at least 2 pushes.
Oh, they're so close now. This is where the Hunters have got their backs to the wall. Ults are starting to get even here. Self-destruct is thrown in by Elsa. Shields are up as well, and this is not quite working out the way of the Hunters. This could get nasty for him. Eviltal's going to get overwhelmed. Trance is committed here by Keo, trying to keep his team up, and Pokpo Arsenal gets nuked. Pokpo hanging on by a thread. Somehow he survives.
They had the Blizzard up. They only get 1 kill in it so far. The Sound Barrier counter-engage.
Oh, man, this is where Defend just gets to go ahead. Nuke everybody. He's right on the edge. Point-blank shots raining through, and there it is. Again, the follow-up, and we are going to map 5. Hex, the rain, keep their cool. And we're going to control to settle it all. The distance. I love it.
Tiebreaker map will be Control, which was a fun map to open the series. Atlanta versus Chengdu. You don't want to miss how this one ends.
Welcome back from the break, everybody. We've got one wild match on our hands here. It's just
fun.
back and forth. 2 brilliant teams really showing us the depth of their rosters, and it's really entertaining.
2 entertaining teams for sure right now. I really like what they're playing, and I think that Chengdu is so close to being good. I've been saying this for weeks, though. It just seems like if you want a better Zarya player, if you had a little better coordination, if you played a little more Ryan, I think Bren was completely right at the halftime. I think Amon is good against. Yeah, I know.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Amon
Okay,
is
tell
good.
me how.
He's good against aggressive tanks, but he kind of struggles against that passive style of play because he wants to be aggro. But all for naught now. We're going to head to Control in our tiebreaker map. Atlanta needs this win. We do have a substitution incoming here. Late Young will be coming back in for Bacon Jack. That's the sub that they generally make in these situations if they want to run a Diva. Late Young would be the guy to do that. Also can take over the Zarya role. I don't think either of them are really excelling on Zarya right now, which is a bit of an issue when you want to run that composition, especially going up against Defran Zarya. It's a problem. But we're going to Control, so we're probably going to see Farah.
Please.
Yeah, it's very likely we'll see Farah.
Please make it happen. More Farah. I mean, just getting it fixed. You know, it's been so dry all stage 1.
Yeah, gotta let justice reign from above. We're gonna head to Busan. It has been as back and forth as can be. Nepal crushed on Control, then Nubani went the other way, they crushed on Lunar Colony, and then Rialto went the other way. We're headed back to Control, and we'll see which stage we kick it off with first. Of course, our beautiful screen here at the Blizzard Arena in Los Angeles is showing us we're gonna go downtown.
Downtown. Off track there for a second. Come
Okay.
on, Hunters. Come on, Hunters.
Now, this is kind of what they run on this, which is this is what I was thinking of when I spoke about the Erster versus Amon.
But last time we saw this kind of come from the Hunters, Amon was just going in, he would get instantly deleted,
Yes.
and his team just looked lost.
I think it's
So-
a slightly bad idea, but it's all going to be up to Erster to be able to stun him when he does go in with this.
Indeed.
And he's just gonna ship it.
Yep,
There it
it is. Right into the thick of things, and Amon stunned and dead. That's exactly the last time we saw this comp come out on this point. That's exactly how it went for the Hunters.
They just keep assuming that they're going to be able to bubble him and it's going to be enough.
Yeah.
But it's not enough when you're in the middle of the team and everybody focus fires you. You get
Exactly.
discorded, you get stunned, you just get beamed down immediately. The shield doesn't really flip around to look at you. He's just protecting this team while they deal with the hamster. And Amon immediately over to the Reinhardt.
Yep, no time wasted this time around. We have, like, the first time they experienced that kind of shutdown, they tried to stick with it for a bit. No hesitation on this side of things. Chengdu, whoa, nearly goes down, and somehow Amon comes out ahead. Pokepo's dead. That's a big loss for the raid. No big shield to hide behind now. Dogman's got the trance online, not going to use it. They're already backing out.
Huge heals on Jinmu to keep him alive during that. If he goes down, they're in a lot of trouble. This is just stall time on the point. And Chengdu's able to take it without using any ultimates. Just a straight up fight.
Picking them off one after the other. Now that means that we're going to have one fairly even fight on our hands here. In case you guys weren't wearing your glasses, just make sure that you look at the really big numbers at the top, because that's where it's going to get important. That's what's going to get crazy is already we do have Defran's grab getting eaten, and Defran gets deleted immediately.
I mean, once your grab gets eaten, you might as well just give yourself up to the maw anyway. It's a shameful moment. Happens to the best of them, and some nice late cleanup here. And now Defran's energy is going to be reset as Chengdu takes the control lead, 35% and counting up. Let me see where Amon is set up. He seems like the kind of guy to go for a flank shatter. No, he's just with his team. Yeah, trying to keep eyes on him.
Oh, shots. Amon just swinging away. There's a sound barrier committed. He might be thinking, this is an opening. This is my time to shine and throw down the shatter. Bring the hammer of justice crashing into him.
It's not great for Atlanta. They used a bunch of ultimates. The swing back had Chengdu using 2 and still winning that fight. They late trade out Divas and Zenyatta's. And they're going to have to wait and regroup. Amon's still holding on to Shatter. They used Transcendence and Rally in that fight.
Both, I mean, it really saves it that both of the Lucios are now going for the taxi service. There was potentially a window there for the Rain to push in, but because their Lucio was in the back, blind ferrying somebody in, it wasn't going to work out. Grav is thrown into the mix. We've got trances going down as well as self-destructs and all. The whole kit and caboodle getting thrown into the mix. And it turns out it's a tasty cake for the Hunters.
Jinmu's actually been kind of a low-key monster on this Brigida this game. 10 limbs, 5 final blows. He seems to be the tip of the spear in every single one of these fights. Chengdu's gonna clean it up, playing 3-3 against Atlanta on downtown.
This is going to be demoralizing for the Rain. Can they bounce back on the next point? Because now there's no chance of them winning the first one. It is the Hunters taking the lead with 100% to 31%. Now that we're going to get a real test of the fortitude here, the mental fortitude on the side of the Atlanta Rain. Back to the wall, nowhere to go.
And that's the style of which they play, just to be super aggro with it. They never really let them fight. They'd rally into them. Jinmu's right there with this Rhine, and they're just swinging away and letting it fly. And I think that's more suiting to their style overall. But Rain can find something here. They have to. Gotta give yourself a chance to make the Stage 1 playoffs.
Taking a deep breath here, gathering my wits. I mean, it's been a chaotic game. This has been one of the better series so far in Stage 1. I'm just really loving it. Hex, I'll go ahead and say it one last time. Let's get into things here. Hunters now. Match point for the Hunters. The Rain battling for a spot in the Stage playoffs and battling for a win here in this series. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. They still have a match coming up tomorrow.
Chengdu. Just playing standard, not even trying the Hammond, and this is one of the better Hammond stages.
Now they're feeling confident, perhaps, after how that first point went, and so far, it's bearing out. Looking pretty good.
And they're just separating Atlanta right now. These kills are going to come in quickly as well. Come in late, and they full clean up right there. First capture point goes to the Chengdu Hunters.
Yeah, this
Jinmu at 85%.
I mean, I suppose when you have Jinmu, it's like, okay, we're not winning out on our Zarya battle, but when our Brigitte just absolutely dominates the other Brigitte, maybe it kind of balances out.
But they got to be careful, though. Evil Toll goes very low. He gets himself some healing pack right there, and now they're just going to rally in. This is a late young we haven't seen.
Here we go. I mean, you've got 100 energy. Just proceed to melt faces, shields, everything. Hey, there's the grab! And it's going to be the wipeout. 4 kills just like that for the Hunters.
Feels like a bit of overkill, but I'm for it. They ended up using Shatter and Grab in that fight, as well as Rally. So Atlanta's keeping track of this. On paper, Atlanta should win this next fight. They've got several more important ultimates to work with, so it's just about the proper execution. Meanwhile, Chengdu, 40% and counting up. Stage away from taking this match.
You know, is there the trance here? Is there the D-Matrix? Okay, now this is a lost fight for the Hunters. Get out. Whatever. You force some ults. Fantastic. And just back off and reset.
Yeah, but you only forced 2 support ultimates, and you had to use your own Transcendence in what was essentially a retreat, in a very strange-looking one at that. So,
what's the bigger number, Hex? 2 or 1?
To 2. Don't give me these analyst-level questions.
I mean, it's the big brain on Brad. Just get into it. Well, already, self-destruct just casually lobbed in there. Oh, and it's beautiful. Double kill for Neko, but a single for Elsa. Still, it's going to bear out here for the Rain. They take the edge in that fight.
It has
so casual.
It has somewhat reset their ultimate economics, though. Late Young has to be really careful. I think he just took a volley from across the map. Yeah, he did. All right, so 40% and counting up. Atlanta Rain now in control of the point, fighting for their lives here. Have to win this stage, and then Mecha Base as well. We're going to have a clash of titans on the point. Shatter comes down, knocks down the Diva, but the nice Sound Barrier response.
Yeah, Sound Barrier matched by Sound Barrier. Now it's on the focus fire. Jinmu decides it's time to rally up as well. Get that armor going. Dogman's got the trance, and could get used immediately. No hesitation. That's still not enough to save Masaa. He will go down immediately in this fight. Now there's going to be the follow-up Shatter. Late Young looking to melt some faces. He's going to do just that. Oh, it's a brutal beatdown. The Hunters taking over the point.
They will, but there's plenty of fight left in this Atlanta squad. They have self-destruct, rally, and graviton. That's enough to win a fight straight up on its own. Not a ton of stuff for Chengdu. They've been using Transcendence in strange places, but now is no time to get cute. You have to use it on the defense.
And they're going to just go charging right on through. There's the boost, and there's the boom! Dogman into Fran! Going to be picking them up in pieces.
80% now, and Chengdu is holding at the enemy's gates.
Oh, this is unreal,
late
man.
kill onto Masaa, and that's the guy you want to be alive so he can go touch the point. He will spawn 91%. Atlanta has to win this fight.
They have to win it. They have to. This is it. Their stage is on the line. Hunters, they're not in the stage. They're not in the running. They're just here to ruin Atlanta's day, and all the fans cheering for them. They don't care. It's all about the W right now. Late Young dancing on the edges. He's going to be looking to hide this grab. Yep, sure enough, right behind the pillar. Brings him in. Poke, taking a ride, and Late Young will find the kill on Masaa in the mix. Hunters right now, they're pulling ahead here. Eggs, it's 3 kills to 0. Sound Barrier's through, and the Hunters, they're going to do it. One after another, the Rain are falling.
Desperation time, but it's not going to be enough. It's just Baby Diva. And the Hunters pull it off in our tiebreaker, beating a very, very successful Atlanta Rain team, which just couldn't find its footing.
Couldn't quite come to terms with what was getting thrown at them. The Hunters, what a fight, what a show. The Rain, they took it the distance. They showed true grit today. But it's the Hunters today who will be walking home with the trophy.
Well, I mean, the match victory at the very least, not going to be in our stage.
I was going with kind of like Hunter's illusion, nice back,
okay,
going up on the wall, right? Trophy Hunters, all that sort of
don't use wordplay on me. I'm slow, but that was just fun to watch. I say this every time I cast Chengdu, which happens to end up being a lot, but they're getting better. They just beat Atlanta at 3-3 straight up on a control map. They didn't rely on any gimmicks, so the excuse of, oh, we don't practice against this, that was a little bit out the window. You know, Chengdu has shown great fortitude. They go to map 5s a lot, and they against good teams. I mean, like I said, I think they're just a little bit away from being a very strong team.
Yeah, they're showing real depth in their abilities. I mean, you can go toe-to-toe with 3-3. Hey, by the way, we can throw Paro in there. We can throw any sort of mix. All right, now we're going to go ahead and hand it over to Emily now for an interview with one of our winners.
Thanks, I'm Lauren Hex. Hey guys, I'm here with Jinmu of the Chengdu Hunters. Give it up for the Chengdu Hunters! Yes! Now, Jinmu, you've always been really impressive, but tonight you really popped off. So tell us what happened there. 那么Jinmu，我们都知道你一直表现都不错，但是今天为什么相当霸气呢？
因为以前大招分配可能不太好。因为以前大招分配不好，然后我们经过了队的协调，然后现在可能会大招放得好一点。
You know, in the past, we didn't execute our ult as effectively as possible, but we made some adjustments, so that's why I performed better than usual today. Now, you guys had an impressive showing against Vancouver, and today you managed to beat the Atlanta Reign. But you guys do have 2 weeks from now until stage 2, so how are you guys going to prepare and keep that momentum going? 那么你也知道，就是再次恭喜你们战胜了亚特兰大。那么从今天到第2个环节之间，你们有2个礼拜的假，你们会怎么休呢？
队内可能会组织去游玩吧，然后管理人员会组织去游玩。
So from now until stage 2, we have 2 weeks of break. So we're actually going to go to some amusement parks. The team managers have some really fun surprises.